My original intent of this video was to list and talk about the complaints in my life. I'm not making enough money, I'm still living at home, I'm slowly running out of ideas, I want a studio but don't have enough money. But then I thought, why? Why would I talk about that? What's the purpose? And then I came up with two graphs. So I want to explain how these charts work. So on the left is willpower, that's the y-axis. And on the bottom is time, that's the x-axis. So willpower, these spikes where it's high, and then the summits where it's low. This is over time. So this could be a long period of time, usually, or a short period of time, but that's more rare. I'm gonna explain why these two charts are related to the title of this video later, but you probably could figure it out. So this first chart, where over time we have valleys and then peaks. This, you can see over time, pretty much stays exactly the same. I mean, there's high points and low points, but over time, the willpower is basically the same. This we'll call the modest man. This is most people, probably almost all people, and there's nothing wrong with this. You can live your whole life like this, and it's completely fine. You can live a very fulfilling life like this. But the modest man will admire and look up to the next person. This we're gonna call the warrior. This person starts at the same point of willpower, but over time, their willpower is substantially more than when they started off. And they still have the same high points and low points, but over time they grow. They fight harder when their willpower is down, they fight harder to get it back up. So over time, they will be higher than lower. And you have these massive, massive low points, and then massive high points as well. But over time, they grow. Their willpower will grow. They don't stay stagnant. And stagnant is fine when it comes to willpower, but the warrior wants to grow that. And then eventually you can see here too, that the warrior's low points, when time progresses, their low points were once their high points. Their low points are now higher than their high points. If that makes any sense. Now, recently, or the last couple of months, my willpower has been like the modest man. But I have been working and trying to be more like the warrior. Because to be a warrior is extremely challenging, and nobody really wants to put in the effort to do that. But a lot of time, this is subconscious. There are few warriors, but you might know one, or you might be one. Now, what do these have to do with life being hard? Well, if life was easy, it would probably look like this, where the willpower is high and it stays that way. You can't grow because you haven't experienced the setbacks in your willpower. Life is hard by design. I recently had a pretty large setback in my life where I had to relocate my studio. There were bats that abruptly entered our house and it was too scary and unsafe to stay here. Anyway, I ended up having to get rabies shots and make 2 videos while my studio was at my nanny's. But after all of this, the first day that we moved back, my mom asked me, "Aren't you just exhausted after all of this?" Now, my immediate response was, yes, but it made me think. It's impossible for this setback to set us back forever, right? Do we carry the strength to fight harder than before? After all, Frank Sinatra once said, "Yes, there was times, I'm sure you knew, where I bit off more than I can chew. But through it all, when there was doubts, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and I did it my way."
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Life is hard only if you let it be. Either you let it be about how hard it was or how hard you fought back. The warrior focuses on how hard they can fight back. They know the importance of the low points. They will not let the life is hard mentality win. The warrior will prosper. If you're interested in seeing behind-the-scenes content, Q&As, exclusive videos, and a hand-signed thank you letter sent to you, consider joining the Patreon. It's $5 a month and helps support me and the channel. Thank you to my current patrons.